Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be taking a look at the 7 long-lasting SUVs you can buy today. Number 7. GMC Yukon. The 5th gen GMC Yukon got a snazzy makeover, and now it comes in 2 sizes, the regular Yukon and the stretchier Yukon XL. They both strut their stuff on the GMT1 platform, proudly made down in the heart of Texas at the GM Arlington plant. Under the exterior, you've got options. There's the trusty 355 horsepower V8 for those who like to keep it simple, or if you're feeling a bit more daring, you can crank it up with the burlier 420 horsepower V8. No matter which engine you choose, these rugged Yukon and Yukon XL models are ready to take on the world of traditional SUVs. But here's the kicker: with some tender loving care, you can make one of these beasts last for ages. This full-size, truck-based GMC Yukon is built tough, with a shot at hitting 250,000 miles or more. So, if you're on the hunt for the Goldilocks years of the Yukon, set your sights on the 4th generation, specifically between 2016 and 2020. That's where the magic happens. Number 6. Subaru Outback. While folks are scratching their heads, torn between choosing a crossover SUV and a good old family sedan, the Outback swoops in like your favorite all-in-one kitchen gadget. It's a sturdy, safe, and versatile wagon that's got the flexibility of an SUV, the charm of a crossover, and the coziness of your trusty midsize sedan. Subaru enthusiasts have been hitching their loyalty wagon to this brand for years, and it's not just because of the cool badge. The Outback is solidly built and boasts top-notch safety scores. It's got a Boxer 4 engine that's raring to go wherever you point it, thanks to its symmetrical all-wheel drive. Crafted with love in the heart of Indiana, the Subaru Outback is a long-haul champion. The numbers don't lie. Data from IC Cars says there's a 22.3% chance this ride will keep on trucking beyond 250,000 miles. That's 1.5 times more likely than your run-of-the-mill SUV. So, if you're hunting for a great deal on a used car, those 2015 to 2019 5th-gen Subaru Outbacks are where the treasure's at. Number 5. Toyota 4Runner. The Toyota 4Runner, that rugged midsize SUV that's been around since 1984, is currently strutting its stuff in its 5th-generation glory. In some places, they call it the Huck Surf. But no matter what you call it, this bad boy has a loyal following. You see, in the good old US of A, it's become a fan favorite thanks to one thing: reliability. Toyota decided to stick with the whole body on-frame design and kept the exterior pretty much the same over the years. And guess what? It worked. This midsize SUV is packing an IGR 4-liter V6 engine mated to a 5-speed automatic transmission. Sure, it might not be winning any fuel efficiency awards by today's standards, but it's like that dependable friend who always has your back. This powertrain combo has been chugging along for more than 2 decades, making it a breeze to maintain and repair. This simplicity ensures the engine keeps chugging without throwing a hissy fit. You know, unlike some of those temperamental newfangled engines out there. According to the car experts, the Toyota 4Runner has a 41% chance of hitting a whopping 250,000 miles. That's 2.7 times better than your average SUV. So it's no wonder that even those decade-old 4Runners with more miles than a frequent flyer command top dollar in the used car market. This SUV's got the reliable and dependable thing down to a science. Number 4. Honda Pilot. The Honda Pilot is like that reliable friend who always has your back. It's a mid-sized 3-row crossover SUV, perfect for those who need extra seating and cargo space without sacrificing handling and traction. This is Honda's big shot at the SUV game, and it's known for being tougher than your grandma's old teapot. The Pilot made its grand entrance in the US back in 2003, and it's now strutting its stuff in its 3rd generation. If we're talking longevity, we've got a soft spot for the 2nd-gen Pilot. It's got that classic boxy SUV charm. Here's the deal: the Pilot only comes with one engine and gearbox combo. It's got Honda's trusty 3.5-liter V6 under the hood, dishing out a modest 250 horsepower and 253 pound-feet of torque. Honda dialed it down a notch to make sure the engine doesn't break a sweat. This means it's in for the long haul. According to the folks at IC Cars, this SUV has a 42.7% chance of hitting the 250,000-mile mark. That's 2.8 times more than your average SUV. So, if you want a ride that'll go the distance, the Honda Pilot might just be your road buddy. Number 3. Ford Expedition. The Ford Expedition is like the heavyweight champ of Ford's SUV lineup. It's the big daddy, the one you turn to when your family's so big it needs its own zip code. Now let's talk about that Triton V8 engine in the second-gen Expedition. It's a beast, pure and simple. It's the kind of engine that roars to life and says, "I've got this." And guess what? It's not one of those fancy, delicate engines. It's as tough as nails, just like your old Uncle Bob. What's cool is that this bad boy shares a lot of its guts with the F-150 and other Ford models. That means when something goes haywire, you won't have to go on a wild goose chase for spare parts, and your wallet won't be crying either. And here's the kicker, my friends. According to the folks at IC Cars, the Expedition has a 20% shot at hitting the 250,000-mile mark. You've got a 1.3 times better chance, my friend. So if you're on the prowl for a robust used SUV that won't break the bank, check this out. You can snag a 2016 Expedition for just 10 grand. That's a steal, and you'll still have enough road trips left in it to fill a travel blog. It's a win-win, and the road is calling your name. Number 2. Honda CR-V. The Honda CR-V is like that dependable friend who always comes through for you. It's been ruling the compact SUV scene for over 2 decades, and people just can't get enough of it. Why, you ask? Well, it's got the whole package: great fuel economy, nimble handling, and an interior that's roomier than your Aunt Sue's holiday potluck. When it comes to used cars, the CR-V is the rock star. It's as reliable as your grandma's apple pie recipe, and its maintenance cost won't make your wallet cry. Plus, when you decide it's time for a new ride, you'll be pleasantly surprised by the resale value. And let's not forget about the brains behind the brawn. Honda's engineers are like the Sherlock Holmes of the car world, paying attention to every little detail. Their engines are the gold standard: efficient, powerful, and longer lasting. In fact, IC Cars says there's a 27.5% chance this baby will go beyond the 250,000-mile mark. Some CR-Vs have even hit a mind-blowing 1 million miles. If you're looking for a used CR-V with a dash of tech and a pinch of pizzazz, consider the 2015 to 2016 models. You can snag one for under 13 grand. Number 1. Toyota Sequoia. The Toyota Sequoia. It's been around since 2001, and it's like that cousin who's always hanging out with the Toyota Tundra pickup truck. It's been giving those big, popular, full-size SUVs a run for their money. But here's the kicker. In over 20 years, they've only given us 3 totally new Sequoias. Now, as for the latest model's reliability, well, we're kind of in the dark. The crystal ball's a bit cloudy, so we don't have the scoop on that just yet. But let me tell you about the second-gen Sequoias. They're rock-solid SUVs. They're still rolling with a massive 5.7-liter V8 engine that pumps out a whopping 381 horsepower and 401 pound-feet of torque. Paired up with a 6-speed automatic transmission, it's like an old-school, reliable truck that's ready for action. Under the fancy body, it's got that classic truck-based setup, and you can take your pick between 2-wheel or 4-wheel drive. Now, here's the real kicker. The data wizards at IC Cars say there's a 47% chance that the Toyota Sequoia will breeze past 250,000 miles. That's like every other model, which means nearly half of them hit that impressive milestone. I mean, that's like hitting a bullseye half the time. How's that for some automotive charm? And with this, we have reached the end of this video. If you found it helpful, then make sure to like it and subscribe the channel for future upcoming videos.